your country, 1039 KGRT. That's Luke Bryan for you, hunting, fishing, loving every day.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Don't forget that tomorrow, the Farmers and Crafts Market turning into a holiday wonderland. It is a Christmas market. You can shop hundreds of local vendors, handcrafted gifts, delicious seasonal treats, so many good things to eat. And, of course, festive surprises at every turn. Even Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus going to be walking around, might be able to get a selfie with them. So celebrate local, spread holiday cheer at the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces downtown this weekend. It is a Christmas market proudly sponsored by Nusenda Credit Union. Now, our question of the day today, because this will be our last question before we get to Christmas, and also before we get to the new year. But, you know, sometimes when you're taking some time off, you start getting little short timers right there. And there's a new survey by Talker Research that reveals 47% of workers do the bare minimum before work in December. Yeah, that's right. They're basically, they know they're going to get some time off. I know I'm going to get some time off for the next couple of weeks. Am I kind of short timing it? Am I just doing the bare minimum to make it through? Well, 35% of employees believe it's never acceptable to ease up on work, and workers have already said that they can't wait until, well, they can wait until next year to get into it, right? Well, I'm going to tell you this. I have been feeling a little bit of that short-timer thing. I know I'm going to be going and taking some time off, and I'm like, well, do I have to get that done today? And then that part of my brain that is the workaholic says, yes, Gino, you have to get that done today. So at times I feel like I'm just doing the bare minimum, but when it comes down to it, now I'll probably go above and beyond just to make sure that everything's okay. So my question for you today is very simple. You know, if you are going to be taking some time off for Christmas or New Year's, or, you know, you're getting close to a vacation time anytime next year, have you ever checked out at work in December or right before another vacation? Yeah. Have you ever just said, you know, bare minimum, just get what needs to get done. Everything else can wait till I get back, right? Well, you can just answer yes or no. No problem right there. And like I said, at times I feel like I'm doing that. But then, you know, when I think about it, that part of my brain just goes into overdrive. And yeah, I probably do a little bit more before I get out. I think I'm just paranoid that they're not going to let me back in the building if I take a vacation. It's pretty much how I think. But let me know your answers for our question of the day. Call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Let me know your answers. Have you ever checked out of work in December or right before a vacation? That's our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right. We are now exclusively up on our social media pages. Yeah. So let me know your answers. You can leave your comments down below for it. But have you ever, you know, checked out maybe a little bit early when you know you're going to be taking some time off from work? Yeah, it happens. Little short timers, right? Or sometimes I think a lot of those people that are like going to retire or they're leaving their job, they're like, you know, I'm not going to have to deal with this ever again. Somebody else can handle it for me, right? So sometimes it's like that. But, you know, when you're going on vacation or you're taking some time off of work, do you ever just kind of do the bare minimum, you know, so that you're just getting by and then kind of, you know, get after it when, you know, the next new year comes around? I don't know. It could go either way. But like I said, I've told myself many times, you know, I'm just going to get what needs to get done. Then I'm going to get out of here. And then something will come up and I'm going like, nope, I got to get that done. I need to make sure all this stuff is taken care of. It's just a workaholic in me. It happens. By the way, for everybody, you know, it is National Ugly Sweater Day. So I got my Swiss Miss sweater on. It's got a little pocket I can put my hot chocolate in. So that's kind of cool. But just if you're watching online. So go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Have you ever checked out at work in December or even right before vacation, you know, just doing the bare minimum stuff? Let me know your answers, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, leave your comments down below. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world. Axios says that the U.S. government is planning to make Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas federal holidays. An executive order is being planned to give Americans more time off. Yet, you know what? A 3-day little time off thing. Speaking of checking out a little bit early. Well, technically, Christmas Eve, I think, would be a holiday for most people. They get off work earlier, they leave early. Christmas Day, of course, is a holiday. Day after Christmas, Boxing Day. Pardon me. Boxing Day should maybe be a holiday there, right? Let's see. Former NASCAR star Greg Biffle and his wife and children tragically died in a plane crash in North Carolina's Statesville Regional Airport. I talked a little bit more about that during our sports. That's really sad to hear. He was actually, I think he was voted in as one of NASCAR's 75 best drivers ever. Chipotle is introducing a new high-protein menu with items containing 15 to 83 grams of protein. Wow. The menu includes options like double high-protein bowl, high-protein, high-fiber bowl, and high-protein, low-calorie salad. Well, get some meat in that salad. That would be a good thing. Oh, and check this out. Since we are going to be getting into the new year, Peeps is in the news because they will unveil a 400-pound Peep on New Year's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The giant Peep will descend at 5:35 p.m. to ring in the new year. 5:35 p.m. seems like a weird time to ring in the new year, but, they're Peeps. I wonder if they'll eat it later. That would be cool. Ohio University football coach Brian Smith was fired for having an undergraduate student. I think they actually let him go, and they got him at work when he was trying to leave. So, yeah, that was not a good thing. Yeah, not a good thing at all. Let's see. And Santa is apparently back on the job after a little health scare. Long Island Santa recently returned to his duties at a local mall following a heart surgery. The dedicated Santa expressed gratitude for being able to continue spreading holiday cheer after his health scare. A local community welcomed him back with open arms. And I'm just saying, Santa, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday. Shout out to everybody out over at the office there. You guys are awesome. But, I have to watch my diet, bring my A1C down. Got to watch out for those Christmas cookies, sir. They're moderation, sir, even though he does it all in one night. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today. Have you ever checked out at work in December or right before vacation? Just getting the bare minimum done. Let me know your answers for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Don't forget, tomorrow it's going to be a big holiday market if you get down there, and our very own Jackie is going to be broadcasting live out there starting at 9 a.m. as well. So let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.